Hello, everyone. I welcome all of you to the community. I hope you are having a great time learning. And as usual, we'll start with a superpower for super results thought of the day. It's a very interesting one. When you have a dream, you've got to grab it and never let it go. There's this very famous song, "Have a Pocket Full of Stars." When you have a pocket full of stars, you will always want to keep it with you. Similarly, dreams are supposed to be achieved. They're never supposed to let go of, even though there might be obstacles on your way. There might be some things which keep you away from it, or always take you away from your goal. But if it is your dream, always think of achieving it and never think of चल जाएगा ये जाने देने से. Always think of achieving it and never letting it go. So on that note, let's begin. 5 mistakes to avoid in MBA verbal section. So we're going to cover a very interesting topic today. A lot of people are worried when they appear for MBA competitive examinations that how to approach the verbal section. So I'm going to discuss 5 mistakes here which you should steer clear from. However, what is the point of knowing the mistake if you do not know the solutions to the same? So I'm also going to discuss the solutions to these mistakes that you should avoid. All right, so are we ready to begin? Get set, goals. Let's begin. Let's see what is the first mistake. Not knowing your paper pattern. Well, the paper you should know whether you're giving CAD, whether you're giving that, whether you're giving IFT. You should know the pattern of the paper behind the back of your on the fingertips. That is because if you do not know the paper pattern, you will not know how to prepare. If you do not know how to prepare, you will not know how to advance with respect to the questions, and that in turn will lead to lesser marks. So how do you know what paper pattern should you prepare for, or what exactly is the paper pattern? So first thing, shortlist all exams you want to appear for. For example, start with the top 3. Once you've shortlisted the examination, say you're appearing for CAD, XAT and TISNET. That's all right. Now research the paper pattern. When you are conducting a research on the paper pattern, see which section has more weightage. So when you're doing a research, so on the paper pattern, you will do it in these 3 ways. First, number of sections and what sections. Second, number of questions and what kind of questions. And third, the level of difficulty. These are the 3 things that you need to conduct a thorough research on. Once you know what the paper pattern is, you will automatically understand how to approach with the same. Shortlist all exams you want to appear for. So begin with the top 3. The top 3 can be institute wise. The other, you can also go for a top 5. When you are shortlisting your exams, top 5 exams that you want to appear for, you can do 3 institute wise and you can do 2 specialization wise. For example, if you want to appear for a particular course which specializes in, say, healthcare management, or it specializes in analytics, you can always do so. Find out your areas of strength and improvement. Now, when you know that these papers have the respective sections, for example, if the that paper pattern gives focuses more on decision making, essay writing, verbal ability, so this gives more weightage to the verbal section. Now, if you know that you're strong or you are moderately fine with respect to verbal as compared to mathematics, it's always a good idea to first start preparing yourself for the same. Because once you know your areas of strength, you can further enhance it and make better use of it. And once you know the areas of improvement, you can start working upon it. You know exactly where you need to work and you can start right away. This will help you in order to prepare better for your examination. So do not commit the mistake of not knowing the paper pattern. Do not hope that you go directly and come to know what is a paper pattern, and do not start preparing mindlessly. Have a plan in your mind that will really give direction to your preparation, and in return, it will help you. What is the second mistake that most of the aspirants make? So, the second mistake is poor time management. Now, when you are preparing for these examinations, most of the aspirants forget is that accuracy is not the only parameter which is important. Time management is an equally important tool. So, what are the three mistakes that you need to avoid? Rush through the preparation process. Don't do it in a rush. Whenever you're covering any topic, prefer quality over quantity. So, that is one thing that you need to understand. Quality over quantity. So, don't rush through your preparation process. Don't rush through the questions. Like, don't simply scan the questions like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't scan the questions. Read the questions, comprehend the questions, understand what needs to be done. Do not forget to read the direction. It's very easy to get trapped in a situation where the direction changes. For example, there might be a direction, choose the word which is closest in meaning to. And that means you have to choose a synonym. And there are two questions, 1 and 2, where only one word is given, and you need to choose a synonym. Now, suddenly, after two questions, when you are looking at the third question, the direction on top has changed, and it has been written that choose the word which is furthest in meaning to the given word. That means now you need to choose the antonym. The direction has changed, the format remains the same, but your marks depend on what you understand. So make sure you're not rushing through the questions and you're reading the directions very, very carefully. Rushing through the passages. I know that skim and scan is a very commonly discussed technique for reading comprehension. However, do not rush through the passages. When you're reading the passage, make sure you understand the crux, that is the main idea, the tone, the attitude of the author when you read it just once. Because if you rush through the passage, you might have to keep coming back to it. And moving back and forth between the passage and the question, it leads to a lot of wastage of time, which you cannot do. So these are the three things that you need to take care of when it comes to time management. Do not commit this mistake of poor time management if you want to score better and get more accurate with the verbal ability section of the most of the competitive examinations that you're going to appear for. Now, a lot of aspirants do not use the POE. So, what exactly do I mean by the POE? A lot of you are new here. So, it means process of elimination. Now, most of the questions, except in CAT, are MCQ based questions. So, when you have MCQ based questions, that means you have options. When you have options, then you can use the POE, which is the process of elimination. Learn how to use the options. The number one thing it helps you with is the last mistake that I told you should not be committing, which is saving time. It helps you save time. Eliminate the incorrect one. Our mentality, our approach mostly is to look at the options and choose the correct answer. You should change this approach. You should eliminate, in fact, you should focus on eliminating the incorrect ones. This is very instrumental with respect to sentence correction questions. If you just read the sentence and ये गलत है कि ये गलत है, वो गलत हो जाएगा. Try to look ये क्यों गलत है, ये ऐसे लिखा है, ये was है, was नहीं होना चाहिए, were होना चाहिए. Eliminate. This is there, THERE, this should be THEIR. So this is incorrect. Eliminate. Use the elimination method to eliminate the incorrect options, then choose the correct option. This will give you more accurate answers and you will not have to worry about what I chose was right or not. What I chose is 100%, I will be sure that yes, what I chose is correct because I know why I've eliminated the other 3 or 4 options. So do not forget to use POE. That is one of the biggest mistakes a lot of aspirants make. Now, not staying updated. A lot of people say interview के time पढ़ लेंगे, newspaper पढ़ के क्या मिलेगा, बचपन से तो सब बोलते हैं newspaper पढ़ो. No. GK is important for a few MBA entrance examinations. For example, CMAT, for example, IIFT, and also for your selection process. So make sure you are preparing for this as soon as you decide on taking a competitive examination to get into any MBA course. Once you start doing this, it will not only help you with the competitive examinations, but it will actually help you a lot with respect to the selection process. Staying updated with current affairs also helps with RC. Now, most of the RC passages are from international newspapers like The Guardian, the New York Times, the Mail, the Daily Mail. So once you're used to reading these articles, it will really help you to stay updated for the RC also, though you're not supposed to use any outside knowledge, as well as it will help you comprehend the passages better because you will be in the habit of knowing more, in the habit of understanding more, and you'll be able to relate more to these concepts. And of course, that is why it makes the RC much, much easier. Not reviewing results. So basically, just appearing for mocks is not enough. Ma'am, मैं रोज एक mock देता हूँ या देती हूँ. Does not matter. Review the test that you have given. Not seeing that अच्छा 63 percentile आए हैं, ठीक है, इसको 83 लेके जाना है, कर लेंगे next time, ये question difficult लगा था. No, what you need to do is review it section wise. Review the question type wise. So see what section are you wasting more time on. So review it on two parameters. One is time and the other is accuracy. And review it question type. So that means which kind of questions are you taking more time in? Fill in the blank type of questions, RC questions, vocab questions, grammar questions. What are the types that you are taking more time? This will help you understand your areas of improvement. So, in order to do well in your MBA entrance examinations, make sure you're not making these mistakes. And I hope you had the perfect coverage for this session. All the best.